started to do all the landscaping. And it took me a little while to do the landscape. It took me about an hour to get it all landscaped and just some finishing touches to it. I didn't go upstairs and decorate each room, like each bedroom, because I don't know what type of family's going to be there yet, and I really don't want to decorate it and then not have that for the family and then have to redecorate it. So I just left it practically bare upstairs. There's like beds. One room has a desk. So it's pretty much open to however it wants to be throughout the gameplay. And this fence, I love those fences. I'm happy I found them. I like them better than the actual EA game, EA Sims games. Friggin' fences, I like them better. And I like to outline my entire property when I play a Sims game. I don't want people wandering into my yard and using my pool. I guess I don't know, if I have a pool or whatnot, but I just like having it fenced in. I like that in any version of the Sims. Sims, for a console, Sims 2, Sims 3. I want a fence in my yard surrounding it so no one gets all up in it, and I do it. I put fences up all over. Every property has a fence around the whole backyard. Sometimes I don't, but most of the time, that's what happens. We get full fence coverage. Now, I wasn't too sure about, what size trees I wanted. And what, colors. And then I found that one, and I was like, ooh, it's huge. And I liked it, because I like big old trees. And I do believe I went in and added a few more decorations in this video to the house downstairs, but that was about it. And I did get the sunroom with all the plants all decorated and everything. And I found the pond. I did find the pond. I was so happy when I found that. I was like, oh, I've been looking for this thing for 2 days now. I found it. There's a lot of stuff when you add those 2 cheats in for objects. There's a lot of stuff you gotta go through. And I remember the flamingos from the first Sims and The Sims 2. I just love them. I put them in most of my yards when I remember to put them out. And that flower bed right there that I was working on, I just filled it in with whatever flowers I found. I didn't really have a pattern to it. I just wanted it to look pretty and overgrown in a way. And I think it does. I think it looks pretty. It looks overgrown at the same time, so kind of might look a little landscaped, but it's pretty much just covered in with a whole bunch of stuff. And right here I'm putting in a few odds and ends into the bakery area. So there will be a grandma. She might not start out as grandma. She might just start out as a young adult working her way up. But there will be a grandma that lives in that little area there. That little apartment right there. Which is pretty bland. It's pretty much just beige. Everything's beige. Except for the bed. It's white. So it's literally, it's all beige except for the bed. But I'll go in and redo those. I don't mind going in and redoing those once I figure out who's going to be living in it. And I love those little like flower bed things right there because they work good. I think I went in and made the that's when I found the pond. I was like, which one do I want? And then I realized this one was a desert one because I had a cactus. I was like, no, I don't want a desert one. I don't need a cactus. And then I rearranged it a little bit. I later add one of those little frog fountain spitter thingies to the little rock area by the pond, and it turned out really good. And I'm hoping I get through this whole video without a kid coming in and asking me for something. I try to record them after they've gone to bed because I've got 4. They are loud and they are proud of being loud. So they are very proud that they're loud. Probably can hear them even. I'm gonna have to talk to them about that. But they love my houses. They love being able to play in the houses that I built. My oldest son just loves it. He wants to get into The Sims, but he hasn't done it yet. He's all about Fortnite right now. You probably just heard him yell quiet to his sisters. He's trying to help me out. But there it goes again. There you go. I like this. I like this house. I think it turned out really good. It's an actual house. I found out after I woke up and was like, I'm gonna build this house. I'm gonna build this big house. I didn't have a color scheme. I didn't have it red or anything. But I just had this dream for this big house that kind of was like colonial, but not colonial. I can't even remember. I don't even know exactly what the art style of this house is, but I just had a dream about it, and then I got on my Facebook, and I'm in a group that's about old houses and stuff, and they popped this one up after scrolling for like 20-30 minutes. And I saw it, and I was like, oh my gosh, I had a dream about this house. I've definitely got to build this house now in my Sims games. And I built it. It's like in Augusta, Maine or something like that. The actual house it kind of is based off of in a sense. But I didn't start out with it being an actual house. I thought it was just from a dream. So I like dreaming of houses. Like dreaming of different ones. Like I'm working on one right now. I haven't started a video for it, but it's like an underground house. It's kind of like a Hobbit house, but I don't have the round windows, and I don't want to install like custom content that other people can't use in case I start to upload these where people can, play in them themselves. I don't want to have custom stuff that they have to either find or just not use, and then the house doesn't look right. So it's all base game. It is expansion packs and stuff like that. I have that. I have everything up to, I think, University. I haven't gotten that one yet. I haven't tried to. I don't know. I just haven't tried to get it yet. I wait for them to come out and be out for a little while, and then I get really like hyped up. I'm like, I gotta play a new one. I gotta get some new stuff. But I try to keep my games custom content free so that I can share them when I want to. I don't have any custom stuff for like casts. I don't have any custom for build. I don't have anything right now. I'm not saying I don't have any. I do have some. I use them when I play. But when I build, I remove that stuff so that it's all just stuff that EA made and Sims 4 created and all that stuff. Now, this picnic table looks so tiny under this tree. I think I went in, or I'm going to go in when I actually start to play the house and put a different picnic table, because that one just looks so tiny, and I know there's another one that's bigger, or at least looks bigger, but I'm not too sure if it's the tree that makes it look so small, or if it's just small. But this house, I love it. The outside of it, I love it. I love this house. I also in this video I think worked on the roof. I think that was at the end. I might have tried to fix it before I started recording. I still can't get it right. It's a weird roof. The third floor is weird. Pretty much just going to use it as a storage type thing. Maybe put a game up there because the Sims can go up there. It's just the camera angle is weird. So I'm not really focusing too much on the upstairs right now. I just wanted the outside to look nice and the downstairs. And I added the wishing well just because it looks like an older style house, like something that would have a wishing well. Whether they use it or not, I don't know. But I think it turned out really good. I did want to go in and add some flower, like grass, like the terrain paint that has like flowers in it, but I never did. So I'm not really worrying about it too much now, but I did want to go back in and put some dirt underneath the bee boxes. And I don't know what they're actually called, but I call them bee boxes. And in here, I was having a little bit of difficulty finding something. Like, I wanted like a workbench, but I didn't want it to look like a workbench. I wanted it to look like it was some kind of like old piece of furniture or something that, you know, got put out there as a workbench. And I was going to use this table, and then I thought about it, no. And I was going to use something else, and I was like, no, what the heck can I use for this thing? And I was like, okay, well, we'll use this. And then I found something else. And I was like, oh, I'm going to use this. And then I realized that's just way too fancy. And I added a chair and put it upstairs. Which you'll see, the upstairs is still bare. See, that's the upstairs. The bathroom's done, the bedrooms are not. The bedrooms are probably going to, you know, be sized to the amount of kids or whatever that live there. So, enough about the upstairs. It's a void. It's the black void of a business when you walk into it. I was going to try to put a bookcase out there, but I didn't have the feeling for it. I put out these little shelves, and I put these seed starters out there for whoever moves in. And yeah, I just pretty much finished decorating the room down here and adding these little odds and ends into the kitchen because I know that I didn't have a lot of stuff out in the kitchen. Like, I had no clutter, and I like clutter. Clutter and I are friends. Whether we want to be or not, we're friends. And I put blue ribbons up because I wanted it to look like they had awards for their like plants and their flowers and stuff. And I love those little fountains right there because I like the sound of fountains. The water, I love it. That's why my fish tank, you may hear it, you may not. It's behind me going on, you know, like a little stream. There's no fish living in the fish tank, but there's water and there's plants, so it's viable. Yeah, I love it. I like it. Helps me sleep. And in the dining room, I added a few little decorations here and there. I think it was just like 3 plates. 3 things of plates. The dining room just seems big. And I think it's because it's the higher walls, but I needed the higher walls in that on the first floor. So. And I was trying to find the perfect sign for the bakery, and I couldn't find one. So I kind of just picked one, and I didn't like it, and then I found another one, and I was like, okay, well, we'll just go with this one. So. Whew. And every time I saw something that should be in a room, I put it in a room, and then I wandered off and put it back in another spot, and I'm like, there's so much stuff. What do I do? Where do I put it? So, I mean, we got like that. I wanted that. I love that stuff. I have that stuff on my own in my own house. And the kitchen, I just wanted to clutter it up, and I can never find that like dish strainer that came with Parenthood, but thankfully I remember that it came with Parenthood. So I just, go and find it. And I placed it where I wanted to place it. After a few minutes of struggling with it, I just was like, okay, fine, we'll cheat. We'll do it my way. And the plates, I love those little plates because it's like something my kids would make. I mean, I have a handprint on a tile that my son made me. So I like that. They're cute. It's a cute little homey family touches and stuff. I just make it feel more homey. Homey. My homey. And I love those little bunnies. And I love the little pigs that they have for this. That look, yeah, those right there. I love those little creatures. I think they look good out on the porch. And the rooster. You gotta have a rooster. But if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. It would be awesome if you did. I will subscribe to you if you subscribe to me, and that's not even a joke. I will do it. Oh, and that's a llama. You have to have a llama. I love llamas. So I'm happy that The Sims is all about llamas and has always been about llamas. So, and that's the house. Pretty much. It's all done. Now I'm going to like kind of give like a tour because I'm not too good with the screenshots. I'll work on it. I promise you. If you don't see it in a video and you think it should be there, I'm trying to work on it. I completely forgot about putting that window in there, which I did really quick. But this room's done. I think I'm going to change the lighting, but pretty much it's done. Guest bathroom, kitchen, dining room. I noticed that it was sticking through, and when I moved it, it didn't really help it too much, so I just covered it up with some more plants. And then you got, you know, the laundry room / breezeway, and then you got the bakery area right there. And then that's where they bake, and that's where Grandma sleeps and reads her books and whatever, farts, you know. That's her porch, which I like it. It looks really country type. And like I said, the upstairs is not done. That bathroom's done, but the upstairs is not done. This is the weird part of the room I don't like. I haven't figured out how to fix it. I'll either figure it out